Hello everyone and welcome to our Gainful Banking Awareness series. This is for the month of October. Let's quickly get started with the questions. Okay, here are your answers. The National Housing Board NHB has announced the increase of refinance limit to 30,000. It was earlier 24,000. The OC, a new committee which is formed now. Basically, it will be the overseeing committee as per the intercreditor agreement, and it will have 6 members for the resolution of the stress assets. RBI in consultation with the government and SEBI has proposed a flexible route for FBIs to invest in debt market. Earlier it was not so smooth, so they want foreign portfolio investment to come even the debt markets. Okay, what exactly is the debt market? If you want to understand equities, you understand when I'm selling and buying the shares of some company. But I as a company, maybe I also want a say short-term debt or long-term debt, and I promise you that I'll be paying some 10% interest. So they want even foreign funds to come for that. Okay, Reserve Bank of India increased lenders single borrower exposure limit to non-banking financial companies which do not finance an infrastructure from 10 to 15%. Again, this is interesting. If I as NBFC have 100 rupees, earlier to one single party I could have given 10 rupees, right? Now if he is not in the infrastructure, I can give him up to 15 rupees. Yeah, so just think about we as the retail takers of these loans will not be even 1 paise. Okay. RBI laid down norms for efficient functioning of central counterparties. Okay, central counterparties, generally when two people trade, you are counterparty to each other, and then there is chances of basically default. If prices go down or high, depending upon the buyer or seller that you can default. But there is need for the central counterparty to ensure that the clearing happens, and then the trust in the system remains. Okay, try these. Okay, here are your answers. The norms were given for electronic trading platform to enable digital transactions in eligible instrument. 4 bi-monthly policy was announced. We know all the rates were unchanged. Yeah, 6.5 repo still remains. RBI released guideline to facilitate payment among different mobile wallets. So from Paytm to now PhonePe, that would be possible. Okay, RBI announced on October 1st injection of 36,000 crore into the system through the purchase of government bond to meet the festival season demand for the funds in the month of October. Please note, generally they announce it just at the end of on October. They will announce what they will do for say November, or in or the first week of November they will announce what they will do for November. Like I think on 28th October they announced they will be putting in some 40,000 crore, and 2nd of November I think they have already done that 10,000 crore. And these 36, don't get confused. In the news you will see one news of 36,000, another of 12, another of 12, then another of 12. So basically when that OMO, open market operation, the auction happens, that news you see. For the month of October it was 3 tranches of 12,000 each. Most likely the first tranche on 2nd of November was of 10,000, so there will be another 3 such of 10 each. Okay, 36 for the October, 40 for the November. Okay, just remember that. Try these. Okay, here are your answers. BSE became the first stock exchange in the country to launch commodity derivative contracts in gold and silver. Note, in our last couple of videos we saw both BSE and NSE got the SEBI's approval to start commodity derivatives, right? NSE got the regulatory approval for SEBI to launch. This is another special approval you need for copper large future contract. This is huge. People hedge also, people need also. So copper large future contracts are big thing in commodity derivatives. The United Nations Conference on Trade and Development, UNCTAD, in its Trade and Development report predicted GDP of India to be like one of the lowest, 7%. We had the differences with UNCTAD figure also. If you remember from 2 or 3 months back, the kind of FDI, we had different numbers. According to the report by World Bank, developing countries of East Asia and Pacific region will grow at 6.3% in 2018, mainly due to China's moderate growth, right? India's growth projection will be 7.3. Most of the reports are in and around that, right? 7.2 to 7.4 mark in 2018-19 fiscal, and 7.5. That's and another trend is all of them have predicted 2019 to be more than 2018, right? As per the World Bank report. Okay, try these now. Okay, here are your answers. The International Monetary Fund predicted growth of 7.3% for India in the current year and 7.4, in line again between 7.2 to 4. State Bank of Mauritius India operation was hit by cyber fraud. Last month only we saw they got the license to operate, I think in 6 cities I told you, and now they are hit by cyber fraud. Again, month specific, not the Cosmos, they were also hit. But this is for the month of October. The government launched sovereign gold bond scheme financial in 19 to cut down gold import and lower the current account deficit. Deficit, export minus import. Now if you import gold and such high value, your deficits will soar. So to bring this down so that you don't import, you buy that paper gold basically, yeah, and then not bring in the physical gold, you can cut down on this deficit and still enjoy all the benefits that you wanted to get from the gold, right? IPOs, FPOs and ESOPs exempted from STT securities transaction tax for availing concessional 10% long-term capital gains. Yeah, so this long-term capital gain of 10%, if you remember, it was there in our budget. Yeah, but it's not for all kind of capital gains. Yeah, so for some this is still some 20%. There are some list I think where it is 30%, but IPOs, FPOs, and to avail these, yeah, to get this you should have earlier paid this securities transaction tax. Now these three categories, even without paying this securities transaction tax, will fall under this 10% long-term capital gain. So there are a lot of lists, etc. This news was a little bit confusing, so just I have given you a brief about it. Don't sweat over this news. So IPOs, FPOs, ESOPs without even paying securities transaction tax will come under the 10% long-term capital gain. Okay, Finance Ministry announced the issuance of 6 tranches of electoral bond that will take place from November 1st to 10. Yeah, elections coming. Okay, let us try these now. Okay, here are your answers. Insurance regulator IRDI approved a special category of insurance policies called micro insurance policies, which disburse through basically point of sale. Okay, so what is there? I think up to 50k. Yeah, and that would be called micro insurance. IRDA approved Reliance Health Insurance, a wholly owned subsidiary of Reliance Capital. So Reliance Capital subsidiary here is Reliance Health has got the approval of IRDA to begin operations. SBI General Insurance announced Uttar Pradesh to be among the top 5 contributors to the insurance sector in terms of gross direct premium income. Okay, so GDPI, it's all insurance related terms. You see this slide heavily deals about the insurance. The Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority again formed a panel to examine claims in installment. Okay, this panel was headed by Suresh Mathur. We know all the panels are important. Just remember who it was headed by. According to Lloyd's of London's report, A World at Risk, Closing the Insurance Gap, India is the second largest insurance gap in the world of almost 27 billion dollars. Okay, in absolute terms after China. Try these. Okay, here are our answers. Kerala Infrastructure Investment Fund Board decision to issue Masala bond worth rupees 5,000 crore for was announced for the development. Asian Development Bank and the government of India has signed 150 million loan to finance a regional connectivity project in North Bengal and northeastern states. Okay, 150 million there. Asian Development Bank signed again 100 million loans with India for the continuation of sewage and water treatment in Kolkata. Okay, already started long back. Now again they want to give some more. Government of India and Asian Development Bank again signed 110 million loan for the development project in Madhya Pradesh. Again some money going to Madhya Pradesh. World Bank announced concessional loan worth 195 million to Nepal to reform the country's financial and energy sector. Okay, so the loans done. Let's try these. Okay, here are your answers. National Investment and Infrastructure Fund made an investment of 660 crore. Okay, in HDFC Real Estate Investment Platform HDFC Capital Affordable Real Estate 2. That's HCare 2. IBM India partnered with Niti Aayog to offer internship program to top performing students selected by Atal Innovation Mission. Okay, that would be your IBM who will be offering the internship program. MobiKwik launched an instant loan approval and disbursal product called Boost. Okay, just remember that. Alibaba and SoftBank backed Paytm became the leading contributor of UPI payments with over 33% of the market share. Yeah, volume wise it's huge, value wise it's really less. International Air Transport Association stated that India will become world's third largest aviation market around 2024, surpassing United Kingdom. Okay, so a lot of air traffic coming. Yeah, try these. Okay, here are our answers. Business news. Microsoft overtook Amazon and regained the its spot as world's second most valuable company after Apple. These keeps fluctuating. So this has happened. I think still till yesterday, if I remember correctly, they're very close. Like 834 billion, 838 billion market capitalization. So they're just around there. I'm quite sure Amazon will again take over. I've clarified that India's debt is lower than the global average as a percentage of GDP. You see, IMF had been constantly telling, or they are like, talking really good things about India for a long time. IMF and World Bank both. Environmental group, again, this is the impact of Mr. Modi's visit around the world, trying to convince the world leader that, yeah, we are doing things right. Environmental group Greenpeace stated drink companies like Coca-Cola, Pepsi, and Nestle are the world's biggest producers of plastic trash. This is going to be a big concern, big concern. Now, it is suspected that most of the food that we are getting from sea has those, microplastic in them. We are actually consuming now plastic in our food. Moody's Investor Service in its report stated profitability of India's bank is distinctively weak compared to other BRIC nation. We know about, covered it in huge detail, why our banks are like this and all the problem with our banking sector. India's solar market leaderboard first half 2018 by Mercom Communication India. India stands as second largest solar market in the world during the first half of the calendar. We have added a lot of renewable energy, right? Especially solar. That's this report about. Okay, try these. Okay, so here are your answers. CRISIL upgraded AU Small Finance Bank. Again, news is long-term instrument rating to CRISIL AA minus with stable outlook, previously to CRISIL A plus. Okay, so your AU Small Finance Bank, I think they have really good term in term of if you give them long-term debt, if rating body is telling it is safe, that means they have good plans, good sign. First, Abu Dhabi Bank and sound-based payment service provider Tone Tag announced their tie-up for implementing sound-based contactless payment. I don't know how many kind of payment they want. Why do we need a sound-based payment? Okay, maybe for the blind, if it is, yeah, it's of the noble cause, but just experimentation, I really do not see how it makes our life different. Infosys Finacle, a part of Infosys product subsidiary Edge Verb System, launched a digital engagement suite for bank to interact with customer with customized experiences. RBI approved a proposal of Kerala government to form Kerala Bank. The decision was taken by special task force headed by MS Sriram. It will have a net deposit of 650 billion rupees. Huge. It'll be a big bank. BOB, Dena and Vijaya merged bank will get capital infusion from the government to meet the certain criteria. You saw their rating was immediately downgraded. You remember the moment this news came, there I think BOB got a bad rating, but now I think with the capital infusion from government to meet all the criteria, it will again be restored. Try these. Okay, here are your answers. Bajaj Finance, the lending and investment arm of Bajaj Finserv, increased its interest rate for fixed deposit. Just to know that Bajaj Finance is the investment, the lending and the investment arm of Bajaj Finserv. PayPal announced the launch of its merchant focus app in India called PayPal for Business. Mahindra Mutual Fund, wholly owned subsidiary of Mahindra and Mahindra Financial Service Limited, launched a new open-ended equity scheme called Mahindra Rural Bharat and Consumption Yojana. These kind of question, if your day is really very bad, only you will get. But yeah, still whatever I came across, I have just put up on this slide. A 9-member high-power group headed by SP Zohre has been constituted by Naveen Gupta. So don't get confused. The panel is headed by SP Zohre. It is Naveen Gupta, 9-member. I think there are 2 previous presidents of ICA Institute. This is very serious. Please try to understand why this say the group was needed to be made, because the credibility of ICA, the chartered accountant, that takes it. If a group such as large as ILNFS was getting audited regularly and it has so much skeletons in its closet. What was happening? What were these CAs doing actually? Yeah. So to kind of mitigate that reputational risk, I guess the president had to make a high power panel to inquire into what went wrong there. But we all know all these chartered accountants are like kind of tied. Therefore, we have all those regulations that a company cannot be audited for more than 3 times. But these were government groups and backing not directly but indirectly by the government, and things cannot go wrong here. So even just think about a chartered accountant, how he will go out and rate it bad. So their limitation, but yeah, we'll get to know that. But just to give you the context, what has happened here. Flipkart enters into the pact with Bajaj Alliance to provide insurance to customer buying smartphone from its platform. Okay, so this will be Flipkart and Bajaj Alliance. Okay, try these. Okay, here are your answers. Coal India signed MOU with NLC for 5,000 megawatt power generation through joint venture company. Former Indian captain Anil Kumble technology startups Spectacom Technologies launched PowerBat. This is all AI and Internet of Things. Yeah, so this could be good. Oyo announces partnership with payment platform PhonePe. Yeah, virtual currency exchange Unocoin set up its first kind of kiosk. I don't know how this got approved somehow. Bitcoin ATM at Kemp Fort in Bangalore, because RBI had given strict instruction of not investing in Bitcoin, and now they are able to set up a Bitcoin ATM. Maybe I'm understanding something wrong here. Rail Restaurant in partnership with ESCOM Global Cart Private Limited launched their very own food delivery fleet, brand named in Railvery. Okay, rail and delivery, Railvery. Okay, try these. Okay, here are your answers. BSNL, yeah, and Nokia partnered for industrial automation solution. Cash strapped Air India raised 1,000 crore from National Small Saving Fund. Again, you know why they are not able to give you good return, because they have to give money to dead entities like Air India, and expect to mop up another 500 crore through short-term borrowing next week. This is like going down the drain and just burning cash. uh, Tata Consultancy Services Limited has become world largest pure play information technology and consulting firm servicing mega bank insurer. Banks and insurer. NASSCOM has signed an MOU with Dubai Internet City to expand SMEs in Middle East and North Africa region. That's MENA region. Paytm, run by 197 Communication, has launched QR based smartphone payment called PayPay in Japan. Okay, just remember that, with SoftBank and Yahoo. Okay, try these. Yeah, this is SBI slide, I will say. All your SBI related. SBI has launched SBI Wealth in Lalbagh, Mangaluru. State Bank of India and payment solution provider Hitachi Payment India entered an agreement to form a joint venture for establishing a card acceptance and digital platform. Still, I just don't understand why they're still working for like the last generation product. Why can't we do away with cards now? Everyone has a mobile. Why can't we do a product where just it happens through mobile? Yeah, SBI halved the withdrawal limit from 40,000 to 20,000 per day. Yeah. State Bank of India signed 3-year MOU with Kathmandu-based National Banking Institute for Development of Human Resources, all SBI. Yeah, Syndicate Bank has just sneaked in here, announced capital infusion of 728 crore from government in lieu of preferential share allotment. It's like ransom money from government. They don't have a choice but to give you. Okay, try these. Okay. Indian IT industries apex body. Okay, you should know that NASSCOM is the Indian IT industries apex body, has partnered with Hiroshima government to co-create a Japan IT corridor, India Japan IT corridor in Hiroshima. Philips has selected 19 startup companies for its first global startup collaboration program named AI in healthcare and radiology, ultrasound and oncology. That's their thing, the radiology, ultrasound and oncology. Yeah, now they will be using this AI. It could be great. There might be little details that doctors can miss, etc., but with lot of data, AI is programmed to find out. They can even do some predictive analysis and give you some better insights. The Central Board of Direct Taxes release key statistics relating to direct tax collection and administration in public domain. That's interesting. Transparency. WhatsApp partnered with Confederation of Indian Industry to train small and medium enterprise and entrepreneurs to help connect and grow SMEs business through social messaging platform. Okay. NSE has launched two dynamic asset allocation indices. They keep launching these indices designed to combine equity and debt. Okay, try these now. Okay, here are your answers. According to 7th edition World Cooperative Monitor, IFCO, the fertilizer major IFCO has been ranked the biggest cooperative in the world. That's huge. According to New Standard Chartered Study, the Emerging Affluent Study 2018 climbing the prosperity ladder, India is the most investment savvy economy. SEBI has allowed foreign entities to participate in commodity derivative segment of this stock exchange in the Indian market. We just launched it, and now we also have given the permission for the foreign entities to participate in. Small Industries Development Bank SEDB launched a 6-day national level entrepreneur awareness campaign named Udyam Abhilasha. Okay, World Trade Organization dispute settlement body has asked a panel to look into India-US export subsidy dispute. We know that India is always accusing US of highly subsidizing their farm export, and similarly US is kind of accusing us of dumping steel and aluminium. That's selling things below its cost price. Okay, here are your last two. Try them. Okay. Here are your answers. International Finance Corporation, a member of World Bank Group, launched 1 billion Masala Bond program. Masala Bond, the bond basically in the Indian rupee only. Yeah, so there is no hedging risk. Fluctuation of dollar will not be a problem. International Finance Corporation, the Indian finance arm of World Bank, approved investment of 100 million in India Resurgence Fund. Okay, so with that, that was a short, quick revision of your October month. Yeah. Keep revising. I again told you, please take a lot of quizzes. Okay. See you again very soon. We'll do some miscellaneous question of the non-banking part also very soon now. Thank you very much.